WEFM.com. WEFM News online, on demand.
Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliment of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Get the funds you need now, just in time for back to school with Courts Ready Cash. Plus, if you apply before October 3rd, you will be entered for a chance to win your loan free. That's right. When you take a loan for school expenses from Courts Ready Cash, you could be the lucky winner of up to $10,000 of your loan amount. Also, when you visit us during the month of August, you may receive free gifts like back to school essentials, gift vouchers, Courts Cash, Radio Shack coupons, and much more. Visit your nearest Courts or Ready Cash location or apply online at readyfinancecaribbean.com. Conditions apply. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Offer ends October 3rd.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliment of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, the National Emergency Management Organization NEMO is urging residents and motorists in low-lying areas prone to flooding, lahar or mud flows and landslides to be vigilant and exercise caution. A flash flood watch is in effect for St. Vincent and the Grenadines until 6 p.m. today, Thursday, September 22nd. A flood watch is issued when conditions are favorable and there exists the possibility of flooding during the watch period. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Meteorological Services said this flash flood watch may be upgraded to a warning if necessary. NEMO is urging residents to step up their preparedness as we are in the peak of the hurricane season and the soils are already saturated from the heavy rainfall over the past few days. Sea bathers, small craft operators, and persons living in coastal areas have also been put on notice by NEMO, as the high wind and marine advisory also remain in effect, as rough seas and above normal sea swells are expected. Persons living on the hillside and in windy areas have also been asked to be vigilant and guard against fallen trees and other loose objects outside that can become missiles. Drivers traveling through areas that are prone to flooding are being urged not to take unnecessary risks by trying to drive across swollen rivers. This caution comes from manager of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Meteorological Services, Billy Jeffers, while speaking on radio on Wednesday. Mr. Jeffers said he had received numerous reports of persons doing this, stating that even Dr. Richard Robertson has also expressed concern about this practice. We hear more from the manager of the SVG Met Services.
What I want to urge residents in that location, we have been receiving a lot of reports. Some drivers are taking unnecessary risks, trying to cross rivers when they are swollen. In fact, I had a conversation with Professor Robertson yesterday, and he's here doing and he was doing field work on Saturday, and he also stated his concern. He said a few vehicles attempted to cross and got stuck. So I would want to appeal to drivers to kindly desist from taking these unnecessary risks.
That was the manager of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Meteorological Services, Mr. Billy Jeffers. NEMO, in an official release, asked residents and motorists to continue to monitor and listen to updates from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Met Services and to exercise extreme caution when traversing areas that are prone to flooding. Still on the local scene, the families of the 5 Clare Valley men who lost their lives in a fatal crash in the northern village of Sandy Bay are on the mind of Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. The Prime Minister made the statement while speaking on radio on Wednesday, where he expressed continued solidarity with the families of the deceased, assuring them that the government will continue to provide the necessary support. We hear more from the Prime Minister.
Because every morning, the families in Clare Valley are on my mind, those who have suffered loss, in the sense of persons who have died, those families. I spoke to each of the families this morning, and we have to stay close to them and to give them support and love and solidarity. And I will continue to do so, and the government will continue to do so. As I said, I called persons from each family. And those who are injured, I wish them all the best. to get back to good health, including those who are hospitalized.
That was the Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. The five Quay Valley men were confirmed dead following a tragic accident that took place in Old Sandy Bay on Sunday, September 11th. They were among several mourners traveling in an omnibus on their way to a funeral when the vehicle went over an embankment. On to news in the region. Hurricane Fiona has maintained its strong Category 4 intensity as it moves towards Bermuda. At 8 a.m., the storm was located 735 kilometers southwest of Bermuda and had high winds of 215 kilometers per hour. Bermuda is under a hurricane warning. The Bermuda Weather Service warned islanders that tropical storm force winds will arrive from around 9 p.m. A forecast adjustment of the wind field has been made. Fiona is expected to expand as it passes Bermuda, and the marine area is likely to experience sustained hurricane force winds of up to 90 miles per hour with gusts up to 110 miles per hour in the early hours of Friday morning, the Weather Service said. Around the island, elevated and exposed locations should experience hurricane force winds in excess of 75 miles per hour and higher gusts. Large swells on the south shore will be evident today, and a storm tide of around 3 feet will gradually rise through the day and tonight in advance of Fiona's closest passage. Rainfall amounts up to 4 inches are possible. Final preparations should be completed today prior to Fiona's arrival tonight. Hurricane Fiona is expected to pass 177 kilometers northwest of Bermuda at 5 a.m. on Friday. The government of Grenada announced that it has established a commission on cannabis legalization and regulation. This is in keeping with the transformative policy of their government to legalize cannabis within a legal and regulatory framework, develop the cannabis industry, and maximize the potential of hemp and its byproducts. The Commission is mandated to hold broad based consultations and engage in public awareness on the policy decision to legalize cannabis within a legal and regulatory framework, to develop cannabis industries, and to maximize the potential of hemp and its byproduct. Prepare a final report with advice on the design of a new legislative and regulatory framework to legalize cannabis within a legal and regulatory framework for its production and sale, develop the cannabis industry for medicinal benefits, and to maximize the potential of hemp and its byproducts for export. Former Grenadian Senator Rolanda McQueen has been appointed as the chairman of the commission, which comprises members with expertise in law, medicine, religion, business, youth development, and service providers in non-government organizations. On the international scene, queues have sprung up along Russia's border as men attempt to leave the country amid a military call-up for the war in Ukraine. President Vladimir Putin announced a partial military mobilization on Wednesday, which could see 300,000 people summoned to serve in the war. The Kremlin says reports of fighting-age men fleeing are exaggerated. But on the border with Georgia, miles-long queues of vehicles have formed, including men trying to escape the war. Some witnesses estimated the queue of cars at the Upper Laz checkpoint to be some 5 kilometers long, while another group said it had taken 7 hours to get across the border. Video from the scene showed some drivers leaving their stationary cars or trucks. Georgia is one of the few neighboring countries that Russians can enter without needing to apply for a visa. Finland, which shares a 1,300-kilometer border with Russia, does require a visa for travel and also reported an increase in traffic overnight, but said it was at a manageable level. And finally, in sports, Roger Federer's final match will see him play alongside old rival Rafael Nadal in the Laver Cup doubles on Friday. The pair will represent Team Europe against Team World's Jack Sock and Francis Tiafoe at London's O2 Arena. Federer, a 20-time Grand Slam winner, said last week he would retire at the team event, which starts on Friday. The 41-year-old Swiss said it would be wonderful to play alongside Spaniard Nadal, who has 22 major titles. Nadal said he was looking forward to an unforgettable match with his rival against the American duo. Federer has struggled with a knee problem and does not feel able to play singles. His last competitive match was a defeat by Hubert Hurkacz in last year's Wimbledon quarter-finals. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Quartz St. Vincent Limited.
At Quartz Optical, we've got the perfect combination of style and value just for you. Shop from our wide range of stylish frames, and for a limited time, buy one and get a second pair at 80% off. We've got frames as low as $99. Ask about our affordable credit plans from 3 to 24 months. Make your appointment today at quartzoptical.com. Conditions apply. See in store for details. Quartz Optical. Value you can see.
The SVG Maritime Administration is hosting its second essay competition in commemoration of World Maritime Day to be celebrated on September 29th this year. Vincentian nationals and residents are invited to participate in the essay competition, which has as its theme New Technologies for Greener Shipping. There are 3 categories. Ages 9 to 12 years. Topic is the benefits of greenhouse gas emissions reduction from ships to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 700 to 800 words. Ages 13 to 16 years. Topic, a green port for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 1,500 to 2,000 words. And age 17 and older. Topic, green shipping for sustainable economic development for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 2,000 to 2,500 words. Prizes include ages 9 to 12 category, first prize, a tablet plus cash prize. Ages 13 to 16 category, first prize, a tablet plus cash prize. And age 17 and older category, first prize, a laptop. Cash prizes will go to the second and the third place winners in each category. The school with the most participants will be awarded a cash prize. The deadline for submission of essays has been extended to October 12th, 2022 at 10 p.m. All submissions must be made via email to wmdessay.svgmarad@gmail.com. Further information along with the rules of the competition could be found in the local newspapers.
Right off the Leeward Highway on the Old Bokoma Road is